Welcome to another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line with President and CEO of the Florida Chamber, Mark Wilson, and Senator Andy Gardiner. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. First, a big congratulations in securing all those pledges to become Senate President after Senator Gates. So what should we expect the Florida Senate to look like under your presidency?
Well, we still have a ways to go. We have to go through the election cycle and redistricting. But I think one thing you will see with myself, and especially the incoming President, Senator Gates, very much driven by the members. And it's a servant leadership style where our job is to just help others be very successful. And that's what we intend to do.
Mark, you've been watching the senator for quite some time. So what are your thoughts on the presidency?
Well, the Florida Chamber is very excited about this. Senator Gardiner used to run a local chamber of commerce in Apopka, and so we've actually worked together for a number of years. He understands small business. He understands how to create jobs, and we're very excited about it.
Well, moving along to the budget, one of the, I guess, most challenging issues that the legislature faces, reports indicate that the Senate and the House are mostly in agreement on the budget. But this is a good budget free of taxes and any fee increases.
Well, it was a priority of President Herodopoulos. I know it's been a priority of the Florida Chamber of Commerce, which have really, I think, led the agenda when it comes to a lot of great business issues. And everybody was very clear. This is not the time to be raising taxes. This is not the time to be raising fees. I think you're going to see a budget come out of the Senate and the House in both agreement on that. And I think it'll be a budget that everybody can be very proud of. And
Mark, from a business perspective, I mean, this couldn't be a budget that would be any better.
Well, right. What we want is predictability and stability in Florida. And to be able to promise to job creators that we're not going to be raising taxes and fees, that's very important when it comes to job creation and investment in Florida.
And do you think that will be the ultimate budget that we'll see?
I believe it will. And again, the Senate President's been very, very clear on that. And I think the Speaker has been very clear, and we'll know in the next 7 or 8 days, but I think we're definitely heading that direction.
One of the issues that's really been getting a lot of attention this year is PIP reform. Can you talk a little bit about that and where you see the bill going? I mean, obviously there are some meaningful reforms that need to be put in place.
Well, in the Senate, we've had Senator Joe Negron and Senator Richter, I think, have done a very good job working with the Florida Chamber of Commerce and of course, working with the governor. The governor's really taken a lead on the reforms. Right now, the bills are different between the House and the Senate. There are obviously those that feel very, very strongly about both sides. I just would encourage everybody to just continue to talk with their local senator, call them, give their opinion. PIP reform is absolutely one of the top priorities. And I would even say that if we can't get in a posture to get it done, I would not be surprised if the governor did not call us back, because it's so important. I know it's important to the business community as well.
And Mark, I know that it has been very important to your members because they've been calling.
Yeah, this is a priority to Floridians. This is a priority to small business owners and people who live in Florida. This is a $1 billion problem in Florida, and there's no reason that we don't fix this. We have a solution at hand, and I agree with Senator Gardiner and with the governor. We just have to get this fixed either next week or we have to come back and get it right.
Mark, I know that the Chamber has been very focused on lowering the cost of doing business, and there are 3 really important bills that you've been following. If you could kind of elaborate on that.
Right. Thank you for that. So the Florida Chamber announced its legislative agenda for 2012 back in the fall. And one of our priorities was the unemployment compensation rate increase is a major problem in Florida. We're looking at an $817 million rate increase on the backs of businesses in Florida right now. And we're asking the legislature to do what they can to mitigate that or to eliminate that so the businesses can get back to creating jobs instead of finding a way to pay the $817 million increase. And I think the question is, with a week to go, what can be done and how do you see that going?
Well, I think that there is a very good chance in working with Senator Gates. I know Representative Weatherford has been very much involved in it. We want to lessen that bill. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It's a bill on businesses here in the state of Florida. We're going to try to, at the very least, try to cut it in half, and we're going to try to do as much as we can. But we hear you. We're hearing from the local businesses. Of course, we're hearing from the Chamber of Commerce. And I think Senator Gates is just done an incredible job. And working with Senator Bogdanoff. I mean, Senator Bogdanoff has the bill that actually will give us that vehicle to do it. And she's been talking about the entire session. So I think we have a very good chance of getting that done.
Mm-hmm.
Legal reform is another issue that you're focused on?
Sure. So in Florida, we have the 42nd worst legal environment in the whole country. And that's just unacceptable. We have got to fix that. And one of the solutions this year is a bill called Expert Witness to eliminate junk science in our courtrooms. And this is already passed in the House. The version in the Senate is the version that the trial lawyers like right now. And so the business community is united to try to get the House version passed. And again, with a week to go, I wonder what advice you have or what prediction you have of how can we get this done?
Well, I've been through a lot of legislative sessions, and I never predict what's going to happen the last week. And I think it's something that is definitely in play. I think there are a lot of people on all sides that want to see something done. You know, we had the original bill matched up with the House, and now it's been changed. I think there's a very good chance that you'll see that on the floor, and it'll be a very healthy debate. We need that debate. I think everybody involved needs it. So I wouldn't be surprised. And again, I would encourage people to continue to talk to their legislators to make sure that they understand the importance of the issue.
Another issue that the Chamber has been extremely focused on and successful with, thanks to the legislature, is sort of putting a stop to the expansion of gaming. However, we're still dealing with the internet cafes. What is your perspective on that? Do you think we'll see something this session, or will we see something, in the subsequent legislative sessions we have?
Well, I think if you go back really to the beginning of the session, I think it's important for the Chamber of Commerce members to realize when you look at Mark Wilson and his team, what they did to stop the casinos from coming forward. I mean, it was an incredible debate. There are those of us, myself and Senator Gates, that are not supportive of casinos, but we also have a problem with the internet cafes. The House has sent us a bill, and we have, I think, all different views in the Senate, and that's what makes the Senate so special, is you have all these different views. We need to try to come up with a Senate position on this. There will be those that want to regulate it. There are those of us that want to ban it. I can't sit here right now and tell you what the ultimate answer will be from the Senate, but I think you see in Senator Gates and myself where we are, and we're prepared to have the debate with our friends.
And Mark, assuming that the Florida Chamber will also be very involved in that issue.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. The expansion of gambling just has to be stopped, and I agree with Senator Gardiner that in the last week of session anything can happen, and I'm just glad that it's still in play and that senators are going to have a chance to debate it and vote on it.
Knowing that we only have a week to go, what would your bottom line be? What do you want to get done this session?
Well, we have been visiting with the House quite a bit. We want to finish strong, and we want to finish on time. We want to have a budget that we can be proud of. We have the governor's priorities in mind, and we want to help the governor. And the reality is the governor's priorities are the business community's priorities, are the Florida Chamber priorities. We are just trying to get all those done, but I think we're going to end on time, and I think we're going to end well.
Mark, bottom line?
Yeah, thank you for that. I think that the number one issue on the mind of voters right now is job creation. And this is an election year, and we still have redistricting to finish up. But I think that with 1 week to go, I think session right now is on pace to be a good session. Mm-hmm. But I think with job creation, the number one issue on the mind of the voters right now, the Senate in particular has an opportunity to make this a great session. And there are some very tough votes coming up, hopefully in the next week, that could really make this a great session for the taxpayers, for the voters of Florida, for the small business owners that are really going to drive where this economy goes next. So we're looking forward to a good week next week.
Thank you so much for your update, Senator. Thank you so much for joining us on the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line. And to you, our viewers, we hope your bottom line is looking up.